Buenos días, bandidos. ¿Cómo estamos? Welcome to Magic Mel, episode officially 12. Today is the 5th of December. Wow, so fast. Second Advent in Germany. We celebrate the second Advent today. And I say officially episode 12 because, yesterday I uploaded an episode and then I took it down because I wasn't very happy with it. It didn't resonate right within me. So I didn't take it down, but I unpublished it or I set it on private. But I feel I will make it public again, only because I now feel, I now know why it didn't resonate and how I would like to correct my message. The thing is, these monologues are for myself to clarify my own experiences and share them also. But I want it to sound right, primarily for me, because I just want to be as sincere as possible. That's my practice for myself, really. And I want to show, not only be authentic with myself, but show that authentic self to you, no? So I pondered, and I listened to the message yesterday again, and I was like, nah, Melanie, this doesn't sound right. And I figured out why. So in episode 10, I spoke about how we choose our own suffering, no? And how the ego feeds on stories we recreate around, a certain story that, although it brings us suffering, is familiar and hence is difficult to let go of, because at least it's familiar, no? And usually, at least for me, I notice when I'm in ego, when I start blaming something or someone outside of myself, and it's weird how I almost feel justified or entitled. It makes me feel even more strong or sure in my opinion. But thankfully nowadays I have the increasing capacity. I'm constantly working on it, but I have the increasing capacity to sniff out when something is not right, and that comes down to resonance. So when I feel like I'm in pain or a negative emotion, usually it indicates to me that I'm not in alignment with with love. Essentially, love is the essence. So what I'm trying to say is, I shared how I felt that I was included, like many souls out there, in a big soulmate cycle, the twin flame journey, and how this twin flame journey is crucial in helping us grow spiritually, because these kind of connections are so deep and so soulful that they bring out our greatest fears and insecurities. They bring them to the surface in such a way that we're invited to become aware of them and to face them and to work through them. So I will, again, as I said, I will set the video episode 11 as public again, but I want you to see it only as an instant in time. And I guess the reason why I also want to keep it up, it's because it shows that, hey, our states of consciousness fluctuates, and it's okay. It's okay as long as you realign, as long as you, with what feels good for you. And that's the thing only you can feel inside, no? But it's okay to slip up. It's okay to deviate, as long as you can realign again. We're not always buzzing on bliss. No, I mean, it would be cool, but it's not very human. By the way, okay, wait, look at this awesome, cool owl I got at the flea market today. Isn't it amazing? He's like my new guardian. Right, so about the twin flame journey, I want to continue what I had said about, my wish for closure, and using this, ¿cómo se llama? New moon in Sagittarius and solar eclipse. And what I realized, it's not so much like, oh, I'm going to shut the door on this story and this is my closure. That was like that's like a false victory I felt. It's like my ego talking. No, essentially what I want to leave in the past and release myself, liberate myself from is my own story and attachment to the suffering. It had nothing to do with, I was so very like entitled, like, oh, the other person stood me up more or less. And like, then I thought, wait a minute, Melanie, nobody left you. I mean, what happened was what happened, but you saw it through your filter. We spoke about how we see the reality through perception filters. And okay, you were hurt, and there was a certain degree of maybe unfairness from the other part, but there was also huge unfairness from my part, to demand love. I was coming from a very demanding position, which came from a position of lack. Remember, abundance versus lack perspective. So I also dug deeper than where did this perspective of lack come from? And it was fear. It was this deep-rooted fear of abandonment, which my encounter with this beautiful soul brought up, precisely because the connection brought up these strong feelings. And so I was terrified of being rejected and abandoned. But the irony of the whole thing is by fearing that, I manifested that, because my fear fueled my behavior, my actions, my thoughts, and therefore reality. So what I'm trying to say is that I want to take back or correct myself or correct the tone of my message yesterday. And I couldn't even burn. I told you, I wanted to burn those. I wanted to burn those letters I wrote to this beautiful soul I care deeply for. But I thought, no, just like I don't want to delete my episode 11 because I recognize for myself that I, deviated. In the same way, I don't want to be so rash and bin or get rid of those beautiful messages, which were me in a certain point of time having certain feelings for this person, So I thought it's unnecessary, really unnecessary and very brutal. No? My way of defending myself, my way of getting rid of pain. But that's not the point. And I really thought about, this invitation to close cycles now with the celestial moment we are in. And I thought, no, I don't want to end my cycle like that. Because although I was saying, I'm not hurt anymore, I was deceiving myself, So I was like, Melanie, what's going on here? You're not really free. You haven't really transmuted this because you don't really see it through the lenses of love. And at the end of the day, only love has the power to transmute this kind of suffering, and transmute and change the perspective and the value of the pain. Only love has the power to do that. So today I feel genuinely aligned, and I feel good with the decision I'm making in keeping those letters I wrote to this person, or notes I wrote to this person. I think it's really cute, actually. And my wish for the new one were four things: acceptance, forgiveness, courage, and reconciliation. Those are my wishes, the wishes I want to send out to start a new cycle. Sounds much better, feels much better. So here's my invitation to trust your feelings when something feels off, to really sit with that feeling of offness and ask yourself what's going on here. You might be tricking yourself you might be deceiving yourself in some way about something, and your truth barometer is ringing the alarm and sending out signals and feelings. So again, I reiterate the importance of listening to our feelings. I'm learning it, I'm trying to practice it every day. So this is what I want to wish for my new moon. And I hope you have a beautiful second Advent Sunday. It's Christmas in 2 weeks. God, crazy. And more tomorrow. Thank you for being here. If my message resonates with you, please like and share with friends and subscribe to my channel. And do check out my previous episodes. They're kind of, each one builds on the other, but they're also interconnected, I feel. And actually, I was thinking, oh, maybe I shouldn't post so many videos because I might run out of material to share, but I don't think so. At the rate that we're going, life keeps on happening, new experiences, new insights. So I'm going to try and keep this as a daily practice. Yeah. Okay. Lots of love. To the person I was referring to in my last episode and this episode, like, I wish him all the best and that he finds his own self-worth and self-love. And that everything goes back to love. Yeah, starts and ends with love. As cheesy as it sounds. In the big sense, love in the big sense. Vale, saludos. Take care.